Hello, my name is Roland Enz, and I'm with Enzo's OnLine.com. Today, I'm going to share with you a little recipe that's been in my family since the beginning of time. This is the way my mother made spaghetti sauce, and this is the way my grandmother made spaghetti sauce. I call it Enzo's world-famous spaghetti sauce. And it's actually a meat sauce that can be used for all pastas, and it can be used as a filling for your lasagna. The ingredients are quite simple. We're going to start with diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, and tomato paste, and they're all from Hunt's. And the reason why I'm saying this is that any deviation that you do to this recipe will change the outcome. Believe me, I've been making it for 100 years, and it does make a difference. The meat that we'll use is going to be 1 pound of ground round and 1 pound of ground pork. And you'll see that the pork obviously is not scooped up out of the cabinet from the butcher, but it comes from Jimmy Dean, and there's a reason for this. I find that most of the time when I go into the butcher shop that the pork or the ground pork is well seasoned with thyme, and consequently I feel that the end product is not worth the effort in using a product that has age on it. Even though that this product that we have here is probably a whole lot older, but it comes out of a vacuum sealed package, and as far as I'm concerned, it produces a far superior spaghetti sauce. I'm using 4 garlic segments, finely chopped. I'm using 1 teaspoon of Enzo's All Things Mediterranean. And this seasoning has, if we can read it without glasses, it has rosemary, basil, oregano, sage, and marjoram. You might want to add a little more, but it's up to you for taste. And as you're finishing, or as you're cooking and you're starting to get to the end, you'll start adding salt to your own taste. 2 other things are 1/2 pound of mushrooms sliced and 1 full onion coarsely chopped. Now the most important thing that we'll have in the recipe is, of course, a glass of wine. It's always good to have the cook well lubricated when he's cooking, but in this case we're going to use the wine in our sauce, and I suggest a real hearty cup of your favorite wine in the sauce. Now we're going to start. It takes this a short time to prepare, and then what you're going to do is you're going to let it simmer for an hour, get the taste all put together, and then you can put it aside and you can bring it out at dinner time, reheat it. And as far as I'm concerned, and I'll get flack from this again, is I don't pre-mix my spaghetti sauce and spaghetti. I put a bowl of spaghetti on the table, and I put a bowl of spaghetti sauce or meat sauce on the table, and I'll let my family and friends take the amounts that they want. Again, thank you for watching. We hope that you look on our website for some of the products that we're offering. And if you want to really make a statement, we have this chef's apron online for sale. And if you're wearing this and you're barbecuing or cooking, I'll guarantee you that you'll be the focal point. Thank you again. We'll heat up our pan with a little extra virgin olive oil. Let it get warm, and we're going to add the onions and the garlic. We're only going to bring them to a point that they're just translucent, and we don't want to burn our garlic. Nothing could be worse than have our recipe tainted by burnt garlic. The onions are looking good, so let's add our garlic. Keep them moving so they don't burn. All we want is a little color on things. We want the onions to be translucent. We want those flavors to open up. We're starting to make the kitchen smell very Italian. I think that's the important thing. We all want to be Italian. Okay, let's take our onions and garlic and move them into a plate separate from what we're working with. If we keep the onions and the garlic in the pan when we add the meat, all it's going to do is burn the onions and burn the garlic. So we want to add those after we've cooked our meat. So let's get on with it. Well, we're going to take our time and break the meat up. We're not making meatballs, we're making meat sauce. Now we're nearing perfection. Our meat is cooked. We have a small amount of fat in the bottom of the pan. We're going to drain it. But it looks like today is most of our meat was pretty lean, and so we're not going to have much to drain off. That's pretty good. Now let's add our onions and garlic back into our mixture. And add our liquids. Diced tomatoes, one can of tomato sauce, now you want to keep the can. You want to let the thing, or you don't want to let the sauce inside that's left over go to waste, so let's cut it a little bit with wine and add our wine. Well, there's a little bit left over. Fabulous. Let's finish up by adding our tomato paste. Now our mixture is starting to work. Now it's coming together. Let's add our seasoning, Enzo's All Things Mediterranean. And last but not least, or least but not last, and now we'll add our sliced mushrooms. You'll be impressed if you're a serious eater. Now I guess it's time to add some salt. We're using kosher salt, and we're going to salt to taste. Remember, in all of your seasonings, start out slow with the seasonings. Once the seasoning is in, you can't reverse the process and pull it back out. But as time goes by, you'll learn your comfort zones and you'll season as you have learned in the past. This is it. Enzo's world famous meat sauce for all your pasta needs. Bon appetit.